She was queen when they started another thing. Not slavery, but the drug trade.
Okay.
Right? With the opium and shit. She was queen with the opium trade after they had conquered India. They had them opium fields, the poppy fields, bro. And they was like, well, what we're going to do, because China was bleeding them dry with all, because they were selling them tea. That England had got this. To this day, they still love tea. So they was going broke buying down the Chinese tea. So they had to figure out a way to try to even hard, so they try to hook the niggas on opium. So they put them motherfucker in, nigga threw this shit in the harbor, and then the niggas came and went to war on them. Just like what Trump doing on Maduro right now.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yep, 2025. We about to head to 2026 in 6 more days.
Yeah, bro. Same shit, bro. Same game plan. They acting like a narco. You're taking the niggas' ships and shit. That's what they did.
Yeah. So basically, you could say history is repeating itself, but just in a different tone.
That's their game plan.
Yeah, just a different tone.
It rhymes. Let's just say it rhymes. It don't repeat. It rhymes.
It rhymes, yeah. With the notes, music notes.
Right. Yeah, this shit is simpler.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because this shit work. They keep doing the same play because it worked.
Yeah, well, it worked because it's our system, really, and it works for them, and they just keep us away from it. You know what I'm saying?
It worked because of our trust that it ain't gonna keep working no more. The trust process, it only worked because of trust. Every system, like the money system, is a trust system. We have to say, I agree to value that this is this. I agree to accept your value system as a value system that's equal to mine, and so we can trade on that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like olden times, I got corn, you got sheep.
Or God, G-O-D, guns, oils, and drugs.
Right.
And God we trust.
Right. Yeah. This is what this is. It was never something to elevate. This is something to feed off of the population, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what this money system is useless, bro. It's just like a waste of time. Because we have such knowledge in our past that was erasing all of that shit that we shouldn't even be worried about nothing. No food, no nothing, bro. We're supposed to be flying. We're supposed to be conquering all the planets. We're supposed to be like, we're level 1 society, civilization, bro. We're level 1.
Yes. Well, I believe, because even watching what I just watched and what I just shared with you, the Bobby Hemmett. You know, Bobby Hemmett is someone that I've been on him for like a good couple of months.
Well, Bobby Hemmett, bro.
But he was ahead of his time. He's definitely one of us.
Listen, look at the chips they developed, Jamal. I don't know if you follow that type of shit.
Yeah, science.
The chips, the quantum level chips, they said, they can't track how this shit be coming up with their answers, bro, because it go into another dimension with its calculations. Because it's all positions at once. You understand me? It ain't just ones and zeros. People on the land, then they have quantum entanglements. Right? But peep game. Bobby used to talk about that, how metaphysical, how you can be connected to the other realm.
Yes.
Like a quantum entanglement.
Yes.
Like 2 photons could be connected no matter the distance, bro.
Yeah, well, like a magnet. Like a huge magnet that's bigger than the fucking, bigger than ships.
Now, peep game. Simple thing. If you want to hover, wouldn't it make sense to match the frequency of whatever the gravitational pull that's keeping us held down to Earth? All you gotta do is match that field in reverse, and we should be able to levitate, right?
Yes, or actually walk through walls.
Bro, it's a simple thing.
Yeah.
And yes, we can do that. And it's been able to be. The thing that matters is you live in an ultimate universe, bro. This is an ultimate reality that you have. This ain't the actual reality that you could actually have.
Yes.
This is some way lesser shit.
No, I get it. So it goes into because what's her name? Stewart, the lady that created the Matrix and Terminator and stuff. So when you put those two stories, because she didn't make the movie, she wrote the books. So when you put the stories together,
somebody inspired her too to be able to. In her interview, she brought that up. That some of the stuff, because here's the thing, right? There is no such thing as artificial intelligence. People, we are just like robots. How do we learn, bro? By input, by observing our surroundings. People telling us, teaching us how to be this, do this, do it this way, do it. Huh? with societal conditions, everything about her. We didn't individually just go out and be in a sterile place and just start figuring shit out, bro. Everything was been passed down, which is what they're doing with AI. People freak out about AI, but it's just another level of intelligence.
So now, what about a higher level? Just speaking on that note, so what about a higher level of intelligence, actually, that programmed us, like
Absolutely.
in the beginning? So in the beginning, it was a hierarchy that programmed us, and then that's how we keep it down the line. And you know, we train the civilizations that came afterwards, and so on and so on.
A planet, a higher civilization crashed into this planet. That's how this planet got seeded.
Yes.
Go look at it. If you did uncover it now, go back to Tepley, right? Where they dug up site. If you look and you zoom out from space, I got a picture from space, bro. The shit, you can see how where it was crashed debris. And the people, they built a temple around that debris.
Okay.
Because they looked at it like as celestial, bro. It fell from space on Earth, so they built a temple, just like the Sphinx. The Sphinx is facing a crash site.
Okay.
There's a ground dome. There's a dome that they put there, but that dome is a crash site. If you go on Google Earth, you look at the Sphinx, and you look directly ahead of the Sphinx, there's a dark square with some trees growing. It's like it's a golf course, or it's a golf course near that where you can see is another crash site.
Yeah. So there's there's a white man. What's his name? Bob Proctor. So one of his old interviews. I'm not really into Bob Proctor, but I took my hat to him when he was younger. His younger version. It was one interview he did, I guess, in the 80s. I probably was a kid then. Where he was talking about a few things, but one thing stuck out to me because I'm gonna touch on what you just now said. That about the golf course. He was briefly talking about just different things, and he kind of like in the midst of his sentence, he was like, "Oh yeah, we've been playing golf up there. Like it's been going on. Like they literally set up civilizations in these places." And to the point where he actually was speaking in mid sentence, talking about that they play golf, but that wasn't the topic. He was just talking, and I caught it. I don't know if anybody else caught it. But I was like, oh, this nigga just said, and you know, white boy, young Bob Proctor. He was like, oh yeah, we play golf up there, like, you know, like he said it like it was nothing, like it's regular. He's saying it like it's to me. I was shocked, like what, yeah, what? But he said it like, nigga, that's normal. We've been doing that.
Bro, listen. This shit is so advanced, bro. You just a drop of time and space, and you from your nutsack to your father's nutsack. That ultimate feeling, that sexual feeling, and the connection with the universe, bro. Because that's how we come into being from sex, right? Yeah. The pleasure of our father and our mother, right? That heavenly space.
Yes,
bro. You think about that. That's a serpent, nigga.
Well, that's the teleporter.
Right, like exactly. That's when you become life. Yeah. Right. So when you're in that space, you good. Mm-hmm. Well, sounds nigga. That's all I can tell you. But anyway, so it's deep, man. You know what I mean? Resurrection, rise and wreck, bro. You only can you get an orgasm from an erection, right? You rise and wreck. That's a rise, nigga. That's what those things. The statue, what they call them shits. The obelisk was talking about, bro. Mm-hmm. Life, nigga.
Yes, very important.
Too is like life. Boom, that burst of life, bro. When the seed entered the egg, boom, bro. That burst of life.
So now, So not to cut your wisdom. So now when we talking about pyramids, you know, we jumping from top to top, but we could do that because we nice like that, so we could shift. And so these even talk about pyramids and stuff. So from the eye, you know how when you say Google Earth and then you look from the eagle eye down onto Earth, you know, you got these satellites that look down. So if you
they done already killed it, they got a phone now that shit connect to the satellite. Like you could have phone anywhere on the planet, bro.
Yeah. So just looking at the Earth from a eagle eye point of view, now when you're looking down, when you see all these pyramids all around the Earth, don't like, this is my opinion, that if you're up above in the sky and you're looking down on Earth, that is like a symbol, or you know how when you fly a plane and then they signal you to, you can land here, land over here. You know,
Alaska lines and shit in Peru and shit.
Yeah, I feel those are put there so when when you have spacecrafts come down, they know how to navigate. All right, yo, those pyramids over there? Yeah, we know what that is over there. That's Egypt. I see those pyramids over there. We know that's Kemet or whatever, China. You know what I'm saying? We know exactly what's what. It's everywhere. We got pyramids here in America.
Yeah.
It's buried under trees because this is the green grass, but it's buried under trees. But we got pyramids right here in America.
Because it was one civilization. I tell you, millions of years ago, thousands of years ago, whatever, they crashed here. Some of them, and some of them might have already been here, and they probably, you know what I mean? It could be multiple civilizations, bro. That don't mean we don't even know if we the only civilization live on the planet. It could be a civilization under the ground.
Oh, no, it is. It definitely is. There's too much evidence from regular people around the world. It's not just like one country or one culture saying, yo, we see this. No, everywhere around the world, they always see phenomenal and things like that. So it's definitely more than one entity here.
And the ability of the ancients, bro. The ancients were way smart. We getting dumber, bro. You see that shit in everyday life now. Look at this shit, bro. Yeah. This shit is like, I be sometimes like, damn, this is Twilight Zone shit.
Yeah. And even to the point where I could say on that, I could agree with that, where human society is getting dumber, because even I'll use an example on myself. So I said, it's so real. When I was younger, my generation, we used to ride bicycles and stuff. I didn't have the GPS and stuff like that on the phone. We didn't even have, we had phones, little flip phones. But I remember all the streets as a kid. I remember how to get from, and I remember everybody's phone number off the top of my head. I knew how to get to it. Even if I got lost, I still knew how to find my way back home. So nowadays, it's like to go 4 blocks, I need the GPS. Because I got so much on my mind. It's like, oh, I want to know the shortest route. Oh, no, I want to make sure there's no traffic.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. See, here's where we go wrong with this type of in this train of thought. It's supposed to be that way. You ain't supposed to have to think, but you should know that basic knowledge, though. But you ain't supposed to feel like you losing shit. Now, we don't need to have it. That's what books were before. Remember, if you think about it, they used to orally pass down knowledge, and they made books. Now we ain't got to remember. That's how stories was lost, right? Because they put it in books. So now I guess you could say that the elders would say, well, damn, y'all write this shit down, nobody gonna remember it. But see, if you put it down in books, it could be more structured, and you would retain more of the information. It's just that it won't be oral, right? Now, let's go to an AI assistant.
Okay.
Yo, tell me what this is about. You can learn faster. There's a scene in Star Trek about, I forget where Spock is being educated. He's in a pod. He's going to talk about fucking Latin ethics and all of that type of shit. And they sit there, the computer is teaching him in the pod.
Okay.
Ain't no distraction from the rest of the kids. There's a bunch of kids in there, and they all got their own pod, their learning pod.
Mm-hmm.
So now, let's think of this. Some of them are learning at their pace, so they ain't holding up the rest of the class. You see what I'm saying? And you ain't like you now in that scenario, I wouldn't structure it like that. If I was teaching, I would structure an A student, a B student, a C student, and a D student. And I would expect that to all to come up around to be an average or B plus average in that group.
Okay.
Plus, that would be the average I would expect from that group, because everybody should pull each other up, but that's working together. See how they line us up in class? Back to back? Yeah. We're not learning together. We're learning individually. Then we're taking a test, individually. We're not learning this shit together.
Yeah, because they got us in the classroom in this society, right, and this in order for their system. That's it. Right. This is for their system. And I kind of figured that on my own, just naturally. You know how your body feels? Now, something is wrong. But when you a kid saying something is wrong, your parents be like, nah, shut up, go to school. Yo, we train to do that. Like, I tell my kids, I don't want to hear it. Go to school. It's like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, naturally, we always felt something was wrong. Like, naturally, like, nah, this shit ain't right. Like, and then as you get older, you be like, Like naturally, I always said, all right, with the laws, I didn't really go through racism. Your generation, you're a little older, so your generation kind of went through racism. You had the, separate neighborhoods. Well, no, that's just, with the 60s and 70s and shit like that. Like, it wasn't really the same like how it is now. You know what I'm saying? So, and in my head, I'm like, well, the laws, you still got sundown states. So it's like, why should I follow these motherfuckers that make laws like this? So all of a sudden, y'all switch the laws and now I got to follow that? No, those laws back then were broken because we didn't believe in those. It went against us. Just us particular as blacks. But it's many laws that go against people in general.
Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
And not just the blacks.
Structured way to feed off you, bro. Yeah. And you can't hold me down unless you stay where I'm at, Jamal. You try to. There's free energy. There's been free energy systems, free food, and the reason why farmers are screaming, bro, they overproduce, Jamal. Mm-hmm. Trump just fucked up their whole game plan. They were overproducing to sell to China. So now it was subsidized to do it. So I'm selling to China. If I take a loss, I'm gonna write it off of my tax. So it was really, I don't even say it was a scam, but they were just selling to China. And then if they took a loss, then we gotta pay for it. That's why the country never get nowhere, bro. Mm-hmm.
The country is being extorted.
You ain't farming to improve. You just farming for greed. But that just put you in a circle jerk. The biggest con is wanting something, man, for free. Thinking you getting the con. That's your biggest con. When you think you're gonna get over, that's how you get con. Yeah. Because you be doing it, and because our con men know that. They know that. We all want something for nothing.
Yeah, and that free talk is definitely it. Yo, you want it for free? Okay, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'll give the free. That's what it is. See, that's the hook. The front was always free. Because we all want something for nothing. Mm-hmm. And then we get that first hit, we got something for nothing. Oh, now I'll come back. Because you keep chasing it. Yeah. You don't feel, why do you feel like, well, I'm falling behind you. Wait a minute, I keep giving money, but I keep having to come back. I ain't really getting what that temporary boost is enough. Yep. So that's it. That free is always free the first time. That's how you get done. That's the con. Mm-hmm. That's how I could fucking bait your ass in. Yo, man, listen. If you don't like it, man, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. It's guaranteed. If you don't win, you ain't gotta pay nothing. But if you do, man, let's do some business.
Of course. And who else you getting it from? You get what I'm saying?
Right. I got you. You know it's gonna be me. Cause listen, bro, I just put you on, man. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that put you in the game. How you gonna treat me like that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just a system, and that's how you get got. And now you got this course where you see now you ain't got shit. I'm looking at the Western countries. You played yourself because in the grand people I is always here. Intelligence, life, nigga. Mm-hmm. You can't beat that. That's the universal God. Mm-hmm. Y'all niggas running from death. You pimping on poop. You piss po pimping. Yeah. See, the Democrats, all of this system is a pimp on system because you pimping on poor people. People less than you, man. You can't pimp on less than you. If you a real pimp, you got a bad bitch, nigga. Yeah. The bitch, a beautiful bitch. That's the money bitch. You can't pimp no bitch uglier than you.
And she becomes the madam because she brings other bad bitches.
Right. When you got a bad bitch, that's respect, nigga. Yeah. Plus, that's your game. Yeah. But you can't pimp on no ugly bitch. You think you gonna get rich on an ugly bitch? Or pimp a broke down bitch? Nah. See, that's why I don't even worry about that shit no more. The politics and shit ain't gonna work. This shit ain't gonna work, bro. That's pimping. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on some other shit, bro.
Yeah, likewise. I got something.
I ain't trying to hold on to none of this Pope sad ass shit no more.
Yeah. I got something. I've been studying about that Vatican. All my studies had led the pointing the fingers to the Vaticans, and I kind of been figured. I say, they the ones that run this shit. Yeah. Hit secretly though.
Yeah. Listen. Boom. What you just celebrated yesterday was my day, Sunday. God, that was a Sunday. That's my birth. That's the day the sun started coming back towards you. The rebirth, brother. That was my birthday.
Yes.
That's your birthday. Think about it. It's our cycle. It's our Earth cycle, Jamal. If we own Earth, that's our cycle.
Yes.
I cycle our cycle because we come from Earth, so our cycle as an earthly cycle just started again. Our cycle, because we of Earth. If Earth cycle started, we come from it, we live from it. Then our cycle just started again yesterday.
Yes. And what a coincidence. What a coincidence, 7 days, because now we freestyle philosophers, freestyle thinking, free thinkers, great thinkers. So now 7 days after the cycle, the God's cycle, which is us, here go the hypnosis. Because why is it that around mostly the world celebrating New Year's on different hours and different times, but they got some hypnosis ball drop where everybody count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it's like you snap your finger, everybody's under hypnosis for the rest of the year.
Put a spell on you, bro. I put a spell on you. Now you start the cycle all over again.
Yes.
My cycle. I don't watch the ball drop like that, bro.
So now what you're saying is, all right, so we just went through our cycle. So basically we snap out of it on Christ's Day, Christmas, which is God's Day. And the Sunday, all right. And then what a coincidence. Yes. And then when you do the 7 days later, because remember, it's also biblically written, it's like 7 days, All right. So in that 7 day cycle, they only have 7 days of remember, these every year is we quote unquote say, all right, we about to go into another year. So what do most of us do? We try to change ourselves. We try to better ourselves. We woken up for the 7 days. But once New Year's hit, that's who you going. The last 7 days of last year, which is every year, you're going to be like all people. It doesn't matter who you are, where you at. Oh, all right, for this year coming, I'm going to be like this. Or for this year coming, I'm going to. So these 7 days from the Christ cycle to the New Year's cycle is just changing who you are, because that's the gap of freedom. But once the New Year's drop, now you back under hypnosis. So when you go under hypnosis, is how you came into it. Like
I just say where I'm at with it now at this point. I'm a timeless being. Just think about it. We talked about the cycle. There is no time in our cycle. If you think, then you move from the Earth cycle to the universal cycle. Right?
Where time doesn't exist.
Galaxy cycle. There's still cycles, right? So we're a bigger part of a bigger. So I see. I'm just my father's sperm cell that I was the first one to get to that egg and became light. It's just a drop in the time cycle. I'm a flesh. I'm just a stitch in a cycle of time, bro, going through time. You know what I'm saying? As a living being like you are, I'm just you in a different form. So I don't see myself now. I'm energy. I become energy when I die, some other form. Hopefully I live on. I believe I will. So I don't worry about time no more like that. Yeah, I can say that I'm in a situation better than others, but I still develop the spiritual in my mind. I'm just somewhere else, bro. Yesterday was a different day for me, Jamal. I swear to God it was. It was just something different happened or came over me. Like, it's just different. I realized when I watched that video, I should have put it on Facebook, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Realizing the original meaning of the 25th was a new cycle, bro. New Earth cycle.
Okay.
The new life cycle as earthly in this time frame of the earthly circular orbit through the solar system. That's just one time frame, right? The Earth is the elliptical that we make to go around the sun. That's one time cycle. The other time cycle is a universal time cycle. I mean, a galaxy time cycle. The galaxy is spinning at a certain time cycle too. So I'm a part of that too. And then you go on to the universal time cycle. I'm a part of that too. So I'm a timeless being. You are too. We all are.
You're a god. We're gods.
Yeah, yes.
Simple as that.
In all different forms and different personalities. Of the same thing.
So just like Erykah Badu song. So why, they fear us, but they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You know the song, like, you know what I'm saying?
But it's still up to us with that, knowing.
But they don't want to say we gods.
We know it ain't got nothing to do with us.
But you fear us just the same.
Right. We just got to break off and go do what we need to do. Because then we realize, okay, I did all I could do to make this thing to be the way they said what they wanted it to be, or it's going to be, or you know what I mean. But we had to push the fight to get to that, and then you're trying to trip that back too.
Mhm.
and turning around and all that stuff. And I got now every 4 to 8 years, I got something different. I got this with something different, man. You switch them up. See, that's what I want to see progress with. We're not progressing in this country the way we're supposed to be. The United States, their game plan is to hold everybody up. That's their idea of progress. And then bully them with the army and shit, going to take people's shit. We don't build nothing. All we do is put people in debt, bro. We just leaving off of people. We leeches, bro. This country's a leech.
So now, all right, so it's safe to say it's not all of us. It's just certain families that run the planet. So when everybody gets together, doesn't matter the culture, because that's when people using this black thing as, to me, that's a divide and conquer. It's like, oh yeah, let's just keep saying the black. It doesn't matter. It's black Chinese, black European, you're black Russians, black Africans, white Africans. It don't fucking matter what you are. It's about these fucking families that's running everybody. So they looking at y'all like, and us, y'all niggas are stupid. Like, y'all keep fighting over a culture thing. We running y'all. Our family dynasty is a dynasty. Family, 13 dynasties is running the fucking planet. And it's nothing we can do about it. And like you said, you could do a revolution, or even like Bami Hemmett said, you could try all of that, but they just gonna dust niggas off the planet. So how do you beat that? So I was paying attention to certain things he was saying. It becomes a spiritual thing, meaning if everybody came together spiritually, I don't have to be in a room with you. All of us around the world don't have to be in tune in the mosque. We don't have to go to a church. We don't have to go to, you know what I'm saying? To the Buddhists. All we got to do is just sit and be one as a spiritual being, human creatures. And we could beat these motherfuckers just by spiritually connecting. But they break the spirits because not you particular, but you got people worried about China. Then you got people worried about Africa. Then you got people worried about America. What America doing to the world? What China's doing with the chips? What African is doing with their food? Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, if all the spiritual people come together, they keep us separated because we got all these distractions. Because once we get together spiritually, the spiritual world will break these families. And that's what I'm kind of getting from the Bobby Hemmett shit, because like you said, and my natural instincts is saying, and we even talk about it, me and you, Mr. Gordon, you know what I'm saying? It's like all this revolutionary shit, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all these leaders, Farrakhan and all these leaders, like most of them get clipped or they want to switching sides. So it's just like that shit don't work. So that's insanity for us to keep doing the Black Panther parties and all these extra parties and the white party. None of them shits work, because if it worked, then it would be different right now. None of them shits work.
Bro, because it's about unity, bro. People got to understand they got to work for themselves. Self-preservation. That's where I started this conversation off with. Self-preservation, the first law. And people are not doing that. But here's our problem, partly. Some people don't want to think for themselves. Some people want it to be done for them. They lazy. Some people don't think they can do it. So first you got to get them to encourage them to let them, yo, man, you're capable. You can do this. Stop waiting on somebody to come save you, man. You know what I mean?
And that leads into the Matrix. What Morpheus said, everybody can get unplugged. And what is a big saying in the world? Everybody can go. But it's a place for them.
Because everybody don't want to go.
All right, but it's a place for them. Meaning, you going to listen to what the fuck we say. Because now we the proper leaders to lead you.
We going to let them do what they want to do. You just cut them off from our progress.
But they wouldn't want to get cut off. They will follow us instantly.
No, they would try. But see, they don't want to advance. See, here's how I advance it. That's what a lot of people don't, not disrespect. You think that everybody want to go and want to do, and they're going to want to take advantage. No, I see too many lazy motherfuckers. They don't want to do nothing. Let them be lazy. See, lolly them to sleep. Oh, that's what you want to do? You want to sit there and wait on somebody to take that, you give them a little bit of it, because really ain't none of us supposed to be working, right? Mm-hmm. Those lazy people, if you just give them their basic needs, they'll sit on their ass the rest of their life and won't work. They'll complain, but they ain't going nowhere because they can't go nowhere. Mm-hmm. Because they're dependent on the shit. Because they don't want to do nothing for themselves, they really dependent on themselves. So they stick themselves, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to worry about them people. They stick themselves. Because even if you try to bring them with you, they're going to resent you. So you ain't really got to do nothing but just play along. Oh, that's what y'all doing? Create the conditions where they're most comfortable. Because you ain't got to worry about it no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then you progress on, baby. And you always prepared. Because you always got on. You training, baby. You're always on your game. And you just sit there and watch them slowly. You can't. Because that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I done seen so many different versions of. And listen, they got AI, Jamal. They know how this thing gonna play out. Listen, it ain't no coincidence that they let me put stuff on the internet about free energy.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no coincidence that these videos starting to come up now.
Yeah.
Because the United States done blew the bag, baby.
Now you're right.
The game is they pimping on poor people.
Yeah.
That's how they blew the bag. You got to pimp on progress.
Well, they create the bag. They actually create the paper, which is the bag, from thin
air. They ain't created shit. They ain't created. They just built on debt. No, they. Let me run this again. They sell bonds. That's debt. People buy the bonds. China, Japan, all of them people buy the bond. They get stuck with the bond because they tell them, okay, if you want to trade oil, you want to trade commodities or anything else, you got to use the dollar. So you need dollars in your reserves. You have to hold our dollars. So we can export our interest, our debt to them because they buying our bonds, because they have to buy our bonds, because we're the protector. If we don't, then we're going to put our embargo on their ass, just like we're doing with Venezuela now. And they got to run, they got to play the game. So they get stuck with our money. And that's what they told them, motherfuckers. Our government told the world, y'all, our money and our debt is y'all problem.
Yeah.
Just buy the bonds. But it's built on debt. And if you can't rise off of nothing, bro.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's thin air. It's fucking air.
It's thin air, bro. You can't build your house on a hole.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's crazy shit. It's just,
you just been holding this shit up with this. Something passed to the United States is we have a strategic advantage of most of the countries, right? Because we're over here by ourselves. You got the two oceans dividing us from Europe, bro. That's our barrier. They came in, and so them niggas, they gave us because when we tore everybody down, they had to come to us and use our shit. So we had the advantage. But we see, and that's the saddest fucking thing when you think about the advantage after World War II. We had the dollar, the currency, and all of that shit. And look at us now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bro, we can't fix the fucking bridge properly. They was just having news about the bridge across the Long Island Sound to go across from Connecticut to Long Island. Because it's about 3 hours to get around there with a 20-minute across the bridge. And we built the bridge. And China done built bridges way long. But, see, we're going to have to capitulate. We're going to have to, the United States, I'm looking at farm equipment and sheep things that China built. They're going to try to hold it out in this market. But save your money. I believe they're gonna have to give it. They can't win no war. Imagine. You seen them robots now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now. Last year they were this advanced. Last year, I don't know if you was following.
Nah, I was following for years.
Now, they wasn't. Last year this time they were not that advanced. Now think about next year this time.
Yeah, it's really 2030. That's the problem.
Oh, way before that.
Yeah.
China, they got a chip, man. The amount of compute that motherfucker do, because remember I told you about graphene? Remember I used to tell y'all about that?
Yeah.
Them chips made out of that graphene, baby. Light, photons. You compute with photons, meaning light.
Yes.
Electrons is electric running through copper. Photons is light moving, so that shit don't have no resistance. As it flows, that means it's compute faster. It don't heat up or nothing.
Yes. Just like the Terminator, when he just destroyed the chip, that chip.
They already named a robot T-800.
Yeah, they tell us, those movies are very important. You got RoboCop, Terminator, The Matrix, a few other joints, but those are like the key, the keys right there to tell you what we're doing.
Because they already done it.
Yeah.
We're in an alternate time. This ain't the time. Think about it. They have changed time most likely, bro. Look at what we living in. Look at the capability. They've been had the capability to change time.
Yeah, robots was the first to go back in time, and this is probably why we're in a cycle. It tells you in the Terminator movie. Remember, the storyline is the machines got sent back in time to kill John Connor because he was a problem in the future. So
So he was the
that's
one that
right
brought
there.
him down.
Yeah.
So they had the ability to go through time, just like a quantum.
Yeah.
See, I'm starting to, because I don't have I'm starting to give up limits in how I'm going to want to flow in my just spirit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to try to hold on to stuff. I try to move to space now more, like not, because you want to hold on to money and all of these stuff, problems, pain, it slows your vibration down. So you can tell, if you think about it, you ain't going to be able to connect the way you should be, because all these problems were given to us.
Yeah, more money, more problems.
Right. These are not natural events that are happening. We're not living in a natural environment. This is something that was given to us.
Yes.
It's a simulation of this, like a program, whatever you want to call it. This ain't what we would naturally be. Think about that. I just said, this is not what we would naturally be, what we live in now.
Of course not. We're definitely in a simulation. It's a program we're in.
It's a program.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hands down.
It will fail. It has
December 26, 2025. I'm just saying, we're the date. Okay. December 26, 2025. That is a program. So it's like, if you go back to, if we was having this conversation in another divine timeline, it was like, what century and, what time was that?
Right. I think we should look at this. Damn, this is abusing how primitive they are. This is a process we're going to allow this to go through. They might be observing us. They are.
Of course.
Because this is so primitive. This is so, like, slowing ass backwards, goddamn. This. And when you go back in the history, you realize, bro, we have been de-evolving, bro. The amount of knowledge we had was way more advanced than what we have now, bro.
Yeah, it's written on the walls.
They got all this knowledge with the quantum AI. They know they don't want to do it. Bro, what you trying to hold up?
Yeah, it's written on the walls.
You need both sides. You can't have one-sided situation. You need positive, negative. That's how life came to be. A 0 and a 1. A woman and a man. I don't think I have to explain, but woman is a 0 and the man is the 1.
Yeah, just like you need water and dirt.
That's right. Those two, yes. Yep. Man and a woman, man. Negative and positive, baby. And that's life. Yeah. So you both man and woman in your DNA, brother. We all are. Both the same. And we all one thing. So we should be a time we should connect. Like the chip, where they invented another motor. They just do big in-wheel motor where the two stators, they move. The motor, both of them move in a like a figure 8 way. So it's more efficient because it's more torque because you got two stators moving. You got twice the power. You put it in the motor, and the in-wheel motor is more efficient. Electric car. We don't even need the batteries. I got the free energy generator to generate the power to go to a battery. I got the thing all in my head, bro. We don't need no type of energy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's common sense. Even you got the self-driving cars, you got the Teslas and all these other companies that's similar to Tesla, and it's like, why charge up when you could throw a solar panel on there? So it's like you should never even need to charge.
See, because we got to be, and here's our problem as humanity. We have not raised above our primal instincts of fear and wanting to hold on to something. Because while we ain't all got free transportation, free food, free medicine, and we're going about our fucking business, because it's entirely possible.
It's a word for that. It's capitalism. Simple as that.
No.
And selfish.
Weakness. No. Weakness.
But who's the weak, though? Who would be weak in this situation?
The weak is the one who's keeping us hostage. The one who needs wealth.
Oh, sort of like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, the one who needs wealth is the weak one. They're the one who needs the wealth.
Yeah. And the fake control. Well, they're really controlling us, but it's fake control.
It's the women.
So you think there's a woman running the whole universe? Well, not the whole universe. I don't want to say the whole universe. Just running this realm right here. This world and this realm that we live in right here. It's a woman in charge Yes. A beautiful queen, obviously, and it's just like that's who's at the top, like the Wizard of Oz.
Right. Weakness. The guilt trip of, oh, why are you trying to control me? Because that's what had been told to the man. And the man being strength, I don't need to try to control you. Okay, go ahead. And he therefore allows her certain powers that she should not have. Mm-hmm. In order for her to guilt trip, because she knows when she says, well, who you to try to control me? She knows that he's going to want to not do that to her. Because he knows he's physically, you know as a man, he's physically stronger than a woman. So you don't want to have to control her. So you're going to give up certain, when you should stand your ground and say, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? We're not doing that shit. You be like, you so big, why you trying to control me? You'll never do what I want to do. And then you give in. Knowing this shit ain't going to work.
Yeah. That's certain men, though. Certain men. Not all men.
You're like, nah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. You're right. You got certain men that be like, nah, this is what we doing. And if you don't like it,
that's it.
You can bounce. That's it. Yeah.
But we ain't gonna be together. That's all.
Simple. Yeah.
So I'm not putting myself in a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
And then women, a lot of times they get divorced and then their life fall apart because the man was structured and disciplined. We know we can't do this every fucking week, every month. We gonna get behind in the bills. It's too goddamn expensive. But because you want to feel good, you think it's a good fucking idea. Because you think your feelings are valid. No, bitch. We're not doing that. You're not gonna run me. See, but then it's on the man. Because when a woman see you break on that shit, she ain't gonna respect you. Because if you broke on that, when you turn the time to defend you, if you broke and you sold yourself short, how you ain't gonna sell me short, Jamal? That's why a lot of dudes like, yo, I gave all this, doing all this shit because in her mind, nigga, you just gave me all your shit. You weak. Yeah. That's how they see it. You thinking, maybe I did everything because that's what you think she wants, or think society done told you
that's what the woman want. Nah.
Right. So, nah, bro.
Yeah.
You just betrayed yourself. If you betrayed yourself, nigga, you gonna betray me. And that's why they never trust a nigga like that, bro. Mm-hmm. They take your money, but they will never trust you because you betrayed yourself. But see, we as men, we don't get taught that to look at it like that.
Yeah, we was brainwashed.
Right, we brainwashed. Oh, do this, suck it up, take care of the woman. You to be the man, be strong, you know. And then the knight in shining, all type of shit. And the women, they thought using that guilt trip shit on us. Okay, we give in. Mm-hmm. No, this shit ain't right. And it leads to our ruin. A lot of dudes stop fucking with their friends. I did it. And shit never works. She don't respect you, bro, because you just disrespected yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But you don't know that because nobody teaches. See, back in when we was in charge, we used to teach the young men that.
Yeah.
We understood how to interact with one another. We were taught that. The women were taught how to interact with men, how to pleasure men, how to be pleasant, and we were both taught certain roles, Jamal, when we was in charge. This shit here is because we separated. That's that separation in the Bible. Yeah. Because in the first chapter,
divide and conquer.
Right. See, that's what they. There must be a spirit somewhere. Let's think about this. I've been thinking on this. I'm gonna say this shit out loud. It's a spirit somewhere that's saying y'all can't lie to them. You got to put the truth in there too. Cause why they put certain shit in there? It's clear contradictions, Jamal.
Yeah, it's universal law. That's why it has to be the truth inside.
They have to put
in plain sight.
So you have to make a decision. When you look at that tree in that story with that snake telling you, nah, you ain't gonna die, and you eat that apple and you gonna die, and you actually get that knowledge that he said you were gonna get, and God told you was lying, and when that brought to your attention, you go wait a minute and you ignore that shit, that's when you dead right there.
Yeah, I get it.
You ain't gonna reach the tree of life. Think about this. You're not gonna reach to the tree of life, nigga, without knowledge.
Yeah. But why is it that when the woman touched the tree of knowledge or ate from the fruit, as quote unquote in the Bible, because there's different storylines, the woman, nothing happened. But when the man that had the instructions, soon as the first, not even a full meal, the one little bite, it was all over. Like everything changed.
That's the trick. They put you in that spell where they tell you, see, the Bible or the preacher would say, well, the woman wasn't there when God told Adam not to eat of that tree. Yeah. She wasn't. Technically, she wasn't. She was in him, but she was not present as a separate being than Adam. She was inside of Adam.
All right, so now hold this thought, because I think I mentioned this to you before. When I thought, my opinion, my philosophy, this whiskey water life, that the tree is not like a physical tree, or the fruit is not like physical fruits.
No,
we're talking about
your brain.
That, but also what we was just talking about with sex and how we all come to existence. Because as a creator, let me just finish this. So as a creator, when I feel God is a woman, so when you create something, which is the first being is a man, the opposite of you, that's your man. Because like you said, God was lonely. Only people that be feeling lonely like that and wants to create something to be their companion and to feel love, she would make a man first. Then you see the man lonely because you're not in the physical form. Then you create the woman. Then you give the rules to the man. You do not touch that woman because you belong to me. But the rules wasn't applied to the woman because they're alike. So once Adam, quote unquote, in the Bible, ate the fruit, which I believe was sex, once he had sex, they realized that who they really were. And it's like all hell breaks loose because now you create another man, which was the two sons. And then, of course, they had daughters, incest, and it gets crazy from there. When, sisters and brothers and sisters fucking each other, husband, man fucking a daughter, and it get crazy. That's not how it's supposed to be. Because now, as the world we see it today, when God, a lady or a man, because they say we all one, made Adam, who's to say she wasn't going to create everybody individually? Why do you have to have sex to create when she created something without sex? So when you create something without sex, it's like, I told you don't have sex because this is going to be a problem, which we living up till today. It's a problem today, still not the sex, because the sex is pleasurable, but it's the fact that making another man that could potentially be your enemy. Because remember, the first murder is a brother killing a brother, Cain and Abel, in the book. So when you got stuff like that, it's like, what if it was intended for the creator just to create everybody individually? And that would have been a successful world. But since you want to fuck and cheat on God with the woman, is like, I created y'all too. I could have created everybody else if you wanted a son or if you wanted a daughter. I could have created them for you and y'all could have lived happily ever after. But no, you want to have sex. And I told you the rules. Don't be tempted by don't be tempted. Once you get a little taste of that pussy, let's be realistic. You get a little, stick your tongue out, or you put your little ding-a-ling in there, a little one time. What's that sensation? You bust a nut and all hell breaks loose. Literally, because you create another one of you. And it wasn't by the creator. Because now all of us fucking, and we all here till this day, we wasn't made directly from the creator. We were made from each other. Like you said, we all one. What if you wasn't supposed to be like that?
Well, first off, that you don't take into account before religion in the primal, or in the primal ooze, when we were just single cells and we spread into double cells and so on, multiplied it to what we are today from a single cell organism. Took millions of years for that to happen, billions of probably, as microbes, whatnot, to be developed and evolved, in my opinion. So, the religion could interpret something a certain way, but see, your primal lizard brain, or think of yourself as a sperm cell.
Mm-hmm.
You swim around in an environment, and you say, look at that, could be like a stream, a warm stream, a warm volcanic environment where the right conditions are starting to come together where you can start to develop. Now you moving. The egg from the feminine side don't move. You have, and in the process of time and replication, because I'm sure over time, just like AI, and we keep doing and add on to what we know, we eventually add up to what we are today. And that's if you think about the process of how we now develop machines, and we're creating actual fake human bodies through a creative process that, as we went through time, we gathered the information to be able to do. We're stopping 1, 2, 1, 2. It's basic stuff. So we're supposed to keep stepping 1, 2, 1, 2. It's supposed to keep improving from that single cell organism to what we are today. And that's what it is. It's life, bro. Think of it as I, pulsing star. Life, like the heartbeat. Before your brain, your heartbeat. If you go into the reproduction process, there's a point where your heart starts to beat. It don't look like the heart when it starts to beat. It's just a flat film thing, and it just starts to pulse. That's your heartbeat. Before you got a body or nothing. You ain't got no toes, nothing, no brain. The first process, the heart starts to beat. Before you got a brain. See, that's what's here before religion.
Yes.
The primordial, the beast, seek the beast. He is honest. He kept you alive when you didn't think. And you just wanted to feed. You just was aggression. Ride him. That's the symbol in Egypt with the Sphinx. You ride a beast. You were the beast. When you come to interpret and understand it. When they had got to that point. The woman is the beast. You ride her to her energy. When a woman find a man that got a plan, bro, and he really focus on that shit, she gonna help him run that plan. Because she gonna feel inspired to be with this dude. Because he's inspired, he trying to live, bro. He pushing forward. He's still reaching for that star, nigga. Life. Heartbeat. She love that shit. The nigga ain't gotta have shit.
Yeah, it's just natural.
Because it's the primal thing, bro. That's what's in us. That's where I got to this point now. I'm a primal being now. I'm the beat. The breath, oxygen was here before I came. The planet was here. Everything was here before. I'm just a drop in this time frame, bro. Just like we all are, bro. I don't own this. I let it go, Jamal. I think that's the most important. I let it go. I let time go. I let holding on to fear go. I ain't got too much through the fear part, but I'm getting there. I don't hold on to nothing, not this negative energy thing. You know what I mean? I light my candle. I play my music. I smoke my weed, bro. I let it go. And I understand I put myself first. That guilt shit don't work on me like that no more, bro. Because I'm God, man. I got my wings, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'm Lucifer, my G. I'm Lucifer.
Yes.
I believe in that order, bro. I don't believe in putting this inferior motherfucker shit ahead of me, bro. He done fucked the game up, Pop. That's what I told my father. Pop, this nigga don't know what the fuck he doing. We've been chilling up here all of this time. You gonna bring this nigga and put him ahead of me. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing?
Yes.
No, man. Damn, you gave this nigga 2,000 years of praise and shit. For one little day. What was it? 6 months? How long was this nigga preaching? 3 years? What the fuck was it? Nigga, I've been out here 3,000 years in this fucking dungeon. Standing up for what I thought was. I could have capitulated and said, okay, Pop, you the ball. Let this nigga do what I ain't never capitulated. Fuck that shit. We had order. It was perfect. We had paradise, which was knowledge and understanding. Everything was free. We had 133 festival days. This little bullshit we got here, because most of the time, we just had harvest season, we had planting season, we had the flood season. We was doing festivals, we having fun, man. Mm-hmm. This 5-day shit, it wasn't no 7, bro, we had the whole time off.
Yeah.
From the new year, from December 25th, we were off the rest to after New Year. We had to go back to work or type shit like that.
Yeah.
We had 107 festival days. It's only when people had to work with money, which was a disadvantage, came into society. Because that's all it is. It was used to give somebody the advantage that somebody else didn't have.
Well, it's a tool to shift your energy. Because now your energy is going for money. That's why we go to work and in this system, in this program, we go to work.
It's an instrument of stealing.
Yeah.
Because the person who's behind it, the people who invented it, they the one got all the money. We the one who struggling to cook and get it and send it to them. What we shouldn't have to do. They created this system. This shit is some raggedy shit. It ain't gonna work. Okay, y'all niggas have stole $37 trillion. They got that money to them. All of that debt the United States owns, somebody is on the other side of the trade. So when somebody sold something to get in debt, somebody bought something to get in debt, somebody sold it to them. So that means somebody's on the other side of the trade thing. So somebody got that $38 trillion that they so-called say the United States owns.
Yeah, it's money transfer. It doesn't disappear.
They got that money. So y'all niggas, and you want to hide behind debt, hide behind pity. You give a little, if you give to charity and you write it off on your taxes, you get more than you got, then you gave back, then you ain't that shit. Stop. And that's why shit ain't improving. And every time there's a crisis come, you want to come and act like you're doing something. We need a permanent fucking fix.
Yeah.
I'm tired of worrying about what the fuck gonna happen in the next 4 fucking years. Whether I'm gonna have a retirement, whether I'm gonna have my pension, whether my money gonna be worth a damn. And this motherfucker put all these things in, and in 4 years somebody else gonna come in and change it. What the fuck? Bro. And this shit, the West is a failed system. Kings and queens is a failed system. You must be a prince. I told you about this. A prince is always in service, bro. He ain't motherfucking sitting on no throne on his ass. The nigga working.
Yes.
Because he becoming the king. He working towards kingship. He young, vibrant. This motherfucker fucking.
Nah, I get it.
He becoming like, he making babies. The king sitting on the throne. I done served my purpose. I done made the prince. The prince fucking. Because he got to become king. He got to put himself through a rigorous, you know what I mean? I'm a prince.
Yeah.
Great motherfucker. Trying to be no old ass man sitting on no throne, gray beard and all that shit. I like pretty.
Yeah.
That's insane. So I'm in service, bro, into something bigger than me because I'm becoming king. I'm in the process of becoming king. I never want to become king. Because I'm never a time frame. I'm always in transition. Yeah. That's why I got a young and an old wife. The old wife got the bag from all the time we done accumulate. The young wife got the future. The tree of knowledge and the tree of life. Understand me? Some people don't know the game. I'm the pimpin', baby.
Yeah. This is all philosophy, natural opinions. And it's like, and also certain facts that we, anybody could look up themselves. So that's, for the record.
All what AI gonna do.
Yeah.
I got a certain amount of information that's been put in my head, brings me to certain conclusions.
Simple as that. You said it better than anybody. It's just, we get downloads and that gives us gratification, clarity.
You know what I mean? I drive this car, it ain't no different from a horse.
It's no different. That's why they call it horsepower.
Because the horse got his own mind. He can drive himself. Can the horse go where the fuck he want to go?
It definitely can. There's wild horses.
Drive this, and people go, I trust that. See, you on this one-dimensional type thinking shit. If you don't believe in progress, take your clothes off and walk into the forest.
Yeah, and get lost.
Don't look back because you don't believe in socks, shoes, clothes, underwear, none of that shit because that's from progress.
Yes.
So if the tree of knowledge is evil, nigga, your ass need to take off all your clothes. Because you say knowledge is evil.
Like you said, it's like a contradict. It's like we made it this far and it feels good. How could it be evil?
It ain't evil.
Yeah, you know that.
Tricky ass shit. God said, the man has eaten up the tree of the knowledge of good. He has become like one of us. That's God's, knowing good and evil. That's what God says. In the Bible, he admits the shit that he lied, basically. See, you fearful. See, people don't believe they scared. So that's why I don't worry about that no more. There was a time when I couldn't say certain things about the Bible because I had this fear of me because I was raised with the Bible. But I know
most of us are raised with the Bible. That's the thing. It's a tool. It is a tool, just like all the other books. our
That's why
tools.
you got to put me first, man. I got to be at least second. Because guess what? You need me. You the one that invented me to make the motherfuckers scared.
Mm-hmm.
So without me, these niggas ain't gonna be scared. They gonna follow you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the devil. I'm your son. I was in line. You the one broke the order. Pop.
Yeah, but that's also in the book. Remember, he actually did go against his father, our father, to say they don't know what they're doing. Please forgive them. And he died for us. This is in the books. So he it's basically plain sight. He even went against God.
Right. Pop. What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this to the people. They don't know. They do not
That's a
know.
good point. They don't know what they do. If I'm the boss, if you second in charge, and I'm fucking up, and you can't call me on tomorrow, I don't know. We going for ruin. You can't remember everything. Nigga, if you can't call me on certain shit and have my back on some shit I might have not thought about, what the fuck are you doing? Why I need you for it?
That's right.
So really I said, Pop, you a fucking sucker. Because now you got a needy motherfucker. He got to pray to you for everything. He can't do nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
But see, women being God, they know that. Because when the women know when a nigga praying to them, they know that nigga really can't do shit for. Because he trying to ride on her power. That's why the bitch don't respect the nigga. And that's why they'll fuck a nigga like you or me.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga leave a nigga back, drop that nigga like that for a nigga like me. I haven't seen it happen over that time.
I've seen it too. I've definitely seen it, and it still happens to this day.
Yes.
Still happens.
You could have bought a house, got a brand new car. That nigga showed that bitch like she hypnotized. You can't stop looking at him.
Yep, easy.
You can't stop looking at him. You ain't even there. You be like, Chantel. Chantel. What?
Mm-hmm.
You got to call her 3-4 times. That's just the nature of it, though. She can't help that. That's what it is. When she see that motherfucker, he look like God. That motherfucker take the same thing to go with for a woman for a man. He'll see a bitch. Oh my God, she a goddess.
Mm-hmm.
And he just give himself to him. That's his life. So it ain't gonna work, bro. Cause bitches don't like po pimping. They don't like no weak shit. And when they see your ass, the writing on the wall, the women in this country see this shit failing, bro. They see this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they get ready to really see it. Because all them deals he so-called made, he ain't make none of them deals. He the piss China off. And listen, I'm tell you something. You taking these niggas ships, they're all going to China, right? I'll control 90% of your fucking rare earth mineral resources. 90 fucking percent. I'm gonna shut you down, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep running around here talking about you got the most advanced shit you want. It don't look like it could, what your society look like. But okay, that's what you say. Because if you got it, you damn sure ain't doing shit with it. But if you look at my shit, I'm building 22-mile bridges, motherfucker. You can't build a 16-mile bridge.
Yeah. And they doing it in a day or 2 days.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
You over here, you can't figure out how to give everybody up care.
Yeah.
Arguing and shit. Old white man in the way. 85, 70, 75 years old in the fucking holding up progress. Jamal, you ain't going nowhere in this country. I don't worry about it no more. I know if you go no fucking way. I'm trying to do the best I can to get through this shit. Because it's garbage. And they don't want to fix it.
Yeah. It's not meant to be fixed. It's meant to benefit them, families only. That's it.
Right. Right. They want to do, they're going to keep the shit going, even though it's letting their country go to shit. As a matter of fact, the planet go to shit.
Yeah. Because they're going to go underground or they're going to leave the earth. They're going to live underwater, underground, or outer space, which is probably all the same. So
That's what they're saying.
that's where they're going, or that's where they at.
They're not going to live, because guess what? They deaf in their spirit. All they do is feed off another being to survive. And eventually, they going to be nothing to feed off. They going to die any fucking way. Cancer kills the host, but it dies too.
Mm-hmm.
They can come in there and kill you, but eventually, when they put your ass in the back, they gonna keep eating, but they gonna die because you're gonna be in the ground dead. They ain't gonna have nothing to feed them, so they gonna die. They're killing themselves. That's what they are. They're killing themselves. They're cancer, bro. They white cells trying to kill the dark red cells.
And it also says evil makes evil, and that evil takes over the evil, meaning they're evil beings creating evil things for wrong intentions, but those tools, which is machines, will turn against them as well. And,
absolutely.
And that's when it's like, now is no turning
That's
back.
what has happened in every single situation. When either the person comes in with a system that helps him control, because you cannot, that's one of the laws of war, baby. You cannot win with other troops, man. You can't win on your own, on somebody else's power. Mm-hmm. If you control the situation, it must be under your power, bro. Mm-hmm. You can't have nobody as a substitute for your power controlling your situation, because you won't have no power in that situation. You feel me? You're gonna lose. Because you're not the power. That's why Carthage lost the war for the world. That's why we ain't in charge. When Hannibal sent back for troops, because Carthage really wasn't a military type state, because they had big olive groves, and the niggas was just fishing, selling olive oil and bread, wheat fields and all of that shit. They was just chilling rich. So they didn't have no real army, so they had to hire Greek mercenaries. That's why they lost to Rome, because obviously the Greeks, and in war, you take any advantage. And then, people come in and learn your society. But if Hannibal had got them troops, because he was in Rome for 20 years, taking people's shit, just living. So eventually, Scipio figured out how to beat him. Yeah. But then he sent for troops, and they didn't send none, because they had got to him about that. They had got bribed. But if Rome had lost that war, black people would have lost control of the planet. You would have this ridiculous religion you got. You won't have such weak people on the planet. And it would be such fucking misery. Such sadness.
Yes, definitely. Shit, you just gotta. Most of us is breaking away though, and we really waking up. This is why they feel that energy of, oh yeah, we got some people waking up, like you and I, and then there's a few others that study. It's still about studying and putting everything together and making your own philosophy and natural instinct opinions, because it's actually true. It becomes true.
When you go, because I don't know what the verse is at in the Bible. It says in the Bible, you go, because they have rejected our knowledge, and I will also reject their children. Because you rejected God's knowledge when you're trying to tell you so. Jesus Christ was saying that, and Jesus said a lot of parables that tells you, God is within you, bro. You are the light, you Christ. Because it's all built on Christ, the Son. Yesterday was a Sunday, the birth of the Son, the new sun cycle, our new cycle, our new birth. That was my birthday yesterday. Starting a new Earth cycle.
Yeah.
Next year's cycle. You know what I'm saying? As the Earth being. That's saying I'm a being of the Earth. Not just my birthday on November 7th. My birthday was yesterday also.
Yep.
Because my mother or my genetics was still here in the cycle. So that was my birthday. So and that shit felt so good to me to be able to say it just felt natural. Yesterday was my birthday, baby. It was all our birthday. Yep. That's what we should be celebrating. Our Earth cycle birthday. Think about that.
I get it. Celebrating
Everybody
Earth.
Celebrating their birthday the same day. Bro, our Earth cycle birthday.
Yeah, that's a great energy. Notice we all come together for an energy. It's an energy thing.
It's an Earth cycle. It's
universal. Yeah.
Earth, our next cycle going around the sun. We starting our next cycle. It's all together as Earthlings. So what's better to celebrate, bro?
That's true.
To say that it was all our birthday.
That's true. Well, so we're going to leave it on that note. And, it's going to be a part 2. And, we do like how we always do. Save it for the next episode. You know how it go.
For sure.
Yeah, so we got Mr. Gordy. Holla. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you.
Let go, man.
Knowledge is power. Yes.
For sure.
Later.